Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you one of the best strategies to use when trading gold. This works on gold GC futures and gold Forex XAUUSD. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you some stats behind it as well. Gold is a very heavily traded metal. Now, it's traded through Forex, it's traded through futures, which means that it has a lot of extra volume and volatility even when we don't have our New York session. Because of this, we might get moves pre-market and we might not be able to get a good move that we're looking for when the market opens around 9:30 Eastern. Regardless of all of this, a great strategy to use when trading gold is to keep an eye on the previous day high and previous day low. When we do this, we're able to look for trends in the market, and as we see here on gold on the daily time frame, we can see when we consistently break previous day high, we look to trend higher. When we consistently break previous day low, we look to trend back lower. Now we could use different platforms to help us find statistically what are the odds, right? It's always important as traders to know what are the probabilities, what are the odds of this to happen, because if we're looking at a very low probability, even a 50-50, then we might not want to take that trade and we might want to be a little patient and look for something that has a better chance of hitting. So what we could do is we can come over to our Edgeful platform, which is our statistic platform, and we could look at the previous day's range on GC, which is gold. And we're going to look at the sessions, we're going to look at the New York session. So because of this, we look for standard. At first, it will tell me previous day's range. The previous day high broken means we have an 80% chance of closing on a green day, only 20% chance of closing red. So again, nothing in the market is going to be 100% of the time. However, using tools like Edgeful, we could get very specific in looking at what we want to see. We could also look at by weekday. So right now we're looking at standard gold breaking previous day high is an 80% to close green. Previous day low, if previous day low is broken, there's an 88% chance of closing red, nearly 90% chance. So again, we're looking at the odds, we're looking at the stats, and we want to trade with the probability. Now you could also go to weekday, and let's say we could go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we could see that the stats change depending on what day we're looking at. If we look at Wednesday, when we break the previous day low, we have a 100% chance of closing red. Now, this doesn't mean going forward that there's definite chance we're going to close red. This just means off the statistics we're looking at right now, which is Wednesday's previous day low broken, and we can look at the category right over here, previous day low broken 23 times on Wednesday and closed red all 23 times. That is huge. Now, if this number was maybe 5 or 6 and all 5 or 6 of those times closed red, okay, that's a little less, it's not as often, but because we see 23 times, that is very, very strong in our favor. So something I might look for is a short position on Wednesdays if we break a previous day low. So now that we have the setups we're looking for, we have the probabilities, we sort of know what we want to do with gold, now let's look at an example. So right here, we're on the replay system and we're not showing this day's bar. So right now, we see that previous day high was taken out the day before, the day before, the day before, and each time we took that out, the buyers were able to continue. So something I would notice is, okay, the trend is our friend, we're pushing higher. I would look to see if we could break this previous day high too. So now we could come down to a lower time frame, maybe even start with the hourly, and we could see how we react. Now remember, because it's a futures, it is open 23 hours a day, but I'm going to be fast forwarding until we get around that 8:30, 9 o'clock, because that's usually when I personally like to get on for my pre-market prep. I like to get ready for the day, I like to look at the charts, and I especially like to look at where crude and gold might be, because sometimes they give us setups around that 8:30, 9 o'clock before the market opens. So we have our previous day high right here. I'm going to just make sure that it does line up right. And we're going to play this out up until the earlier morning. Okay, so this is about 6 o'clock. We'll play it out a little bit longer. And the first thing I see, so this is the 9 o'clock candle. But what I see over here, and I'm going to put our select bar one more time, so that way we know we have our demand zone. So I trade supply and demand. So now that I have my probabilities, I know that I'm looking for a long position because we're above previous day high and the odds are in my favor. That means when I look for a long position on my strategy with my system, the odds of it working out increase. So what I would do is I would see our basing candle, I would see our run up and continuation. I would mark this out as our demand zone, and this would be our demand. And this is a trade that I took live this past Friday. I believe the date was November 22nd. This was a trade we took live on gold. Bullish Bears, you guys could check us out. We are live Monday and Friday for free for you guys. We're live Monday through Friday for our community. So D 1 hour, this is a 1 hour demand zone. So we come down to maybe a 15-minute, a 5-minute, that's where I would look to trade off of. Again, if we look at the demand zone, this is a point of consolidation where price reacted in the past. So we would play it out. We would see price tries to get into this demand zone. This is now reaching around 9 o'clock. We push in, and then we end up getting a nice reversal. Now, again, this was a great trade. This was a trade I took. I ended up taking profit around 26, I think it was 2,700 even on the second contract. I got out of the first contract a little early, around 26.97. But again, this was a really great trade. It had better probabilities and it had a better setup for me because we have everything in our favor. We have a broken previous day high, we have a demand zone, and we have our trend. The trend being our friend. It helps confirm my setup. It gives me a better probability on my trade, and that's what we have to look for as traders. We're not flipping a coin, we're trading with probabilities. I hope this video helped you guys. Have a great day, take care, happy trading, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.